Welcome to First Unity Spiritual Campus, the most innovative and electric spiritual community in the world. It's March the 29th, 2020, and we are so excited of all the places you could be tuning in today that you have chosen to spend the next hour of power with us. Take a few minutes and watch our welcome video so that those of you that are looking at us from all over the world, you can see our incredible community. Welcome to First Unity Spiritual Campus. So glad you're here. You know, you kind of feel for some of those other New Thought centers across the country because they have to wait to the peace song before they do their swaying. No, we're doing our moving and our swaying right from the very beginning, yes? Are you here to be alive today? To be fully alive and present in your energetic body?
Something got a hold of me. Oh, yes, it did one day. Something got a hold of me.
So now let's gather up all that energy. Because it's a new day. Yeah.
Whew. I have to say, I am actually honored that I have had the opportunity to rub elbows with some great leaders. One of them being our very own Dr. Reverend Temple Hayes.
Hi, this is Jamie De La Luz, Youth and Family Minister of First Unity Spiritual Campus, and we are so excited about the Youth Expressing Spirit. Yes, our Youth and Family Ministry.
Than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love But then you came and it soon departed, and you know he never showed his face again. That's why your love keeps on lifting me, keep on lifting me higher and higher. I said your love keeps on lifting me higher and higher, higher. Oh, I'm so glad I finally found you. You're that one in a million pearl. And when I feel your loving arms around me, I can stand up and face the world again. Let me tell you, your love keeps on lifting me, keep on lifting me higher and higher. I said your love keep on lifting me higher and higher. I said your love keeps on lifting me, keep on lifting me higher and higher. I said your love keep on lifting me higher and higher, higher. Woo!
You can feel it immersed in your energetic field, and how powerful it is that we are gathered here during this time. If you would, please join me as we state the great invocation. We are now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. We acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase our mortal limitations, and from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation our world according to thy perfect law. It's a law that the more we see it working, the more we acknowledge it's working, the more it's working in our lives. Think about that time, back when that you were thinking about getting that Toyota SUV, and you thought you were the only one that was going to have one just like it. And then what happened is you started seeing one downtown, 4 in your neighbor's division, and before you knew it, everywhere you went, you saw them. Well, that's the way the Spirit of God is working. Once you open your eyes, your inner eye, to the awareness of the higher power and the good that is all around you, you see it everywhere. You cannot deny it. You see it out picturing even beyond circumstances and conditions. We are thrilled and honored here at our campus that we have online and have been planning it for years. Talk about a divine appointment. We have an educational university that you can go on at any time at your leisure. It's self-paced, and you can take classes about mental health, about medicine, about positive thinking, about new thought, whatever is to your liking. We have classes at illy.org. As we are now in a place of having our doors closed, but our hearts are wide open, you can send us a prayer request at prayer@firstunity.org. We would love to hear from you, and you can also call our campus. All of that information is on our website, firstunity.org. We are family.
can tell no lie. All of the people, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving a family dose. We are family. Hey, yeah. I got all my sisters and me. Come on, sing it with me. We are family. Come on, get it up. And everybody sing. Woo. We are family. Come on, sisters. Woo. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing.
Living life is fun and we just begun to get our share of this world's delights. Our hopes we have for the future and our goals inside. No, we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. Yeah, we are family. Come on, sing it now.
I got all my sisters with me.
Oh, hey, hey, hey.
We are family.
We are family.
Get up, everybody, and sing.
Come on, help us out, Wanda.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Everybody, get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family.
Here at First Unity, we welcome the artists, healers, seekers, and activists. And we call forth that part in each and every one of us because there's a door, there's a way, whether it's social media, with our families, whether it's during this time of sacred time out, that we can dig deeper inside ourselves and look at ways that we contribute, look at ways that we're always giving of our energy rather than just feeling that we're here existing on the earth just to be a taker. It's important that we are giving and stepping forward. That's part of the karma and the responsibility that we owe this life. While you're on with us today, would you please take the time on your phone to go on to First Unity Spiritual Campus and check in and let people know that you're here with us. We love hearing from you and the comments that you have and the ways of sharing. As I stated earlier, though our doors are closed, our hearts are open, and we are going to continue to stream some of our significant courses throughout the week. We're going to stream our yoga class on Monday night at 6. We are going to stream our Wednesday night, which is a very popular, Wednesday night, very popular class at 6 p.m. And of course, we have the live stream on Wednesday at noon that is going all over the world right now. It's very exciting, led by Reverend Kim Harold. So we have lots of opportunities for you to stay in touch and stay connected with us. We also would like to invite you to go to our website, firstunity.org/free gift. That's all one word, no spaces, firstunity.org/free gift. And we would love to give you a free gift and say thank you for participating with our community at this particular time. We are so very grateful. And as this today's service moves you, go ahead and share it with your friends and your family. We really appreciate you and giving us that electrifying presence in the world. You know, you grab moments like this, and here we are. We find ourselves together. What a great opportunity we have to make a difference. On Thursday morning, we have a prayer call led by our Science of Mind practitioners, Reverend Ron and Maria Flanoy, and there is a slide that you will be able to see the particular phone number that you are to call. And on Tuesday evening at 7:30 p.m., I personally am leading a call at 7:30 Tuesday evenings. It's a conference line, and you can call in, and we're doing prayer together. So, feeling very blessed by all of you. But know that there's no reason for any of you right now to feel that you are alone. There is a big difference between being alone and being lonely. Lonely is a state of mind. Being alone, you can be alone and be in a crowd of tens of thousands of people. So choose not to be lonely. Call in, dial in, let us hear from you, because that's what we do. Speaking of that, our pastoral care minister is going to do a special share with us, our interfaith minister, Reverend Richard Boggs.
Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us here. I've been spending this week studying and meditating on prayer. And it's funny that we keep mentioning prayer this morning, and we don't compare notes. Y'all know that. We don't compare notes. We move totally in the Spirit. And today I was studying fervent prayer. About fervent prayer, you may be asking, what is fervent prayer?
What is fervent prayer?
Try that one more time.
What is fervent prayer?
Thank you for being present. But fervent prayer is praying it with passion, praying it with power. I love to pray over our people here at First Unity Spiritual Campus. Know that your prayers are always prayed over by our chaplains, by myself. Every prayer that comes across my desk, I personally pray over. Everyone knows that Reverend Richard's a prayer warrior. But you know what? The band, I pray for you. Singers, I pray for you. Reverend Temple, you know I pray for you. And all I ask is you pray for me. Because I need you. We need you, those who are watching us online. If you have a prayer request, please take the time to grab a pencil. I'm going to give you an alternative way to contact us. Maybe you aren't tech savvy, but we want to include you in our prayers. Write First Unity Spiritual Campus, 46th Avenue North, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33703. And since I messed that up, I'll repeat it to you. 460 46th Avenue North, St. Petersburg, Florida, 33703. Prayer is important. Don't ask people who don't take prayer seriously to pray for you. Ask people who are willing to be a pillar in your wall, that hedge of protection that you need to surround you, especially during times such as these. The uncertainty. Pray that the power of the universe will give you the strength and the power to make it through without anxiety and angst. Prayer. How important is prayer? We pray and meditate, and often you hear me say, here at First Unity, that prayer is speaking to God. And I do this to myself. It's speaking to the God within. God's not out here. God of the universe is in here. So pray. Speak your prayer. I will ask you to pray and watch. Pray and watch. We're taught in all this great scriptures to pray and watch, not pray one time and give up. Knock and the door shall open. Knock, that knock takes several hits to be a knock. Knock and the door shall open. Pray and watch the blessings of this universe pour out over you that you won't understand. So I say in closing, pray. If you want to pray, and text us a prayer. prayer@firstunity.org. We take prayer very, very seriously. And singers, know that I pray over you. I love to see your smiling faces. I often say that when I'm out of town, and you know I'm out of town quite a bit, I sometimes don't even know people's names, but I know their faces.
Yeah.
And in my prayer, I am asking the universe to bless them, asking the universe to bless you, and you, and you,
Yeah.
and you,
Yeah.
and you who are watching online, because prayer is talking to God, and meditation is hearing from God. If you meditate and never pray, guess what? The door is never opened. So seek in your prayer the answer. Knock and the door shall open. And know that this universe is ready to bless you. So I will say, remember me in prayer, and I remember you. Remember us in prayer, and we remember you, because that's a given.
Yeah.
Because as I always say, and I stole it off a good friend of mine, remember, God loves you just the way you are, and so do we. God bless you.
Yes.
Fervent, effectual prayer of a righteous man availeth much. We just want to share this with you. We want you to know from our hearts that I need you.
I need you.
You need me.
You need me.
We're all a part of God's
We're
body.
all a part of God's body.
Stand with me.
Stand with me.
Agree with me.
Agree with me.
We're all a part of God's
We're
body.
all a part of God's body.
It is this will
It is His will
that every need be supplied.
need be supplied.
We want you to know
You are important to me. I need you to survive.
Oh, you don't believe me.
You are important
Had to say it again.
I need you to survive.
Turn to the person next to you. Don't touch them, but just say,
I need you.
you need me.
You need me.
We're all a part of God's body.
We're all a part of God's body.
Stand with me.
Stand with me.
Will you agree with me?
Agree with me.
We're all a part.
We're all a part of God's body. It is His will
That every need
that
be
every
supplied.
need be supplied.
Oh, you
are important to me. I need you to survive.
We're gonna say it again. Yeah.
You are important to me. I need you to survive.
This is what we're gonna do.
I pray for you. You pray for me. I love you. I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you. I need you to survive.
Come on, sing it with us.
I pray for you. You pray for me.
I love I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you to survive.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Doesn't she do it every single Sunday? Wanda Nero Butler and our Unity Voices just bring it every single Sunday and offer a surprise. And in this time, in this unique season that we are all experiencing together, a time none of us have ever experienced. We do need each other.
Yes.
We do need to love each other. We don't need to harm with our words. Thank you. She hits the nail on the head every Sunday. She does. So, let's everybody take a deep breath in on that. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Get comfortable in your seat wherever you are. On your couch. Maybe you're laying in your bed watching the live stream. However you're watching this, maybe you're sitting in the park in Mother Nature enjoying this Sunday morning service. But take a deep breath in and know that you are loved. Know that you are a child of God and that you are deeply and profoundly beloved. And that knowing you walk every day in that love gives you the strength and the courage to go forward in your life knowing that you are loved and that it's all going to work out okay. This is a unique season, and many people are going through a lot of challenges. But breathe in. Be thankful for that wonderful breath of life that is a gift from our Creator. Breathe in and know God is with you each and every step of the way. And as we all, as responsible citizens, practice social distancing for the great good health of everyone around us, know that although you practice social distancing, you are still connected. Do not let yourself be isolated. You may be cooped up in the home, but don't let yourself be isolated in here, in your mind, and don't allow yourself to be isolated in your heart. Know that you are loved. Know you are connected. And from that place of strength, step forward and say, I am a child of God. I live in love and I live in peace. And so it is. Namaste.
All right, friends and family, wherever you are, go ahead and open those doors. open your windows, stand to your feet. I know you ain't got no shoes on out there, so come on and let's get our praise on. All right? Come on, where's all the worshipers and the praise? Open those doors and windows so we can send healing out into the world with praise. Hallelujah! Woo! Yeah. Come on, family. Every praise is to our God. Every word of worship with one accord. Every praise. Every praise. Every praise. Every
amazing team. Go ahead and clap, clap, wherever you are. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling to be surrounded by the most amazing people that I've ever met in my life. What a tremendous blessing. What a blessing. You know, about 20 years ago, an African missionary brought a lot of African pastors to a conference in Houston, Texas. And she knew they were going to be somewhat overwhelmed by the size of the city, but she also knew they would want to go shopping. And so she said to them, you know, I'm going to drop you off down here, go shopping for a while, but if for any reason you get concerned or you feel that you're lost, go to a phone, but before you do, take note of the streets to the north and the south and look at where you are. And let me know where you're at, and I'll come right to you. So one of the gentlemen, sure enough, picked up the phone and called her and said, we really need your help. We're very lost, and please help us out. And she said, well, what street or avenue, where are you? And he said, well, I'm at the corner of Walk and Don't Walk. Now, I know that that's the way that some of you have felt lately. In a place of, wow, I feel a little fragmented. I, at moments, feel somewhat overwhelmed. There's a collective consciousness that is going around. And of course, in New Thought, we talk about that all the time. Be aware of race consciousness. Be aware of the vibrations that are going on around you. You see, in our humanity, we are so brilliantly designed by our Creator that when we go through something and we're shocked, we're having a loss, we're going through a divorce, something is happening to us that we feel we're not engaging in or having total control over. What happens is we kind of somewhat anesthetize ourselves. Our body anesthetizes ourselves so that we at one given moment are not having to grasp all of that pain at one time. Are you with me? We're somewhat numb. We're somewhere between walk and don't walk. And the key is that you become this self-actualizing human being that even though you're there and you know you're somewhat fragmented, you know that you're somewhat feeling all of this vibration going on around you, you have the clarity within your own mind that you know that you have control over yourself. Now, the key is, in order to thrive through this particular space that you and I and many find ourselves in, is not to let the four-letter bad word get in your life. You might wonder what that four-letter bad word is. Well, now that you insist on me telling you, it's the word fear. And Elizabeth Gilbert has talked about fear better than anybody I've ever heard. She says this: our fear never changes, it never delights, it never offers a surprise twist or an unexpected ending. Really, fear is a song with only one note, only one word, actually, that continues to repeat itself. And it's on a loud volume, and it's on an endless loop. And that's the word stop. We are equipped with the same basic fear package. And we want to be aware of that, because when you think about it, and this is how she challenges her readers, really, is that what you want to be known for in this particular time as we're working with this virus? You want to be known for using the most non-interesting basic instinct that you have that has nothing original about it, called fear. Are you with me? No, we want to build our lives around our New Thought teachings. We want to build our lives around the value of being awake, of being empowered, of knowing that it has never been coming individual from us in the first place. That there is a mighty force and power that, quite frankly, had it been up to a lot of us, we wouldn't have survived most of the things we've endured in our lives anyway. Are you with me? I mean, if it'd been up to some of our personalities, oh my God, we would have zapped ourselves out of here a long, long, long time ago, right? But we realize that there is an energy going on, somewhat of a soul loss on our planet. We're not in denial. We are holding a space, as Reverend Richard said, that we are doing the prayer of awakening. And this is not a time for you to get self-centered, but it's a time for you to get centered in self. And that you take this time and you personally, after this Sunday morning that you've listened to all of us giving of our space, that you take this Sunday day, this Shabbat, and you personally commit to calling 15 people and reaching out to them and saying, wake up, wake up. I understand it's easy to go sleeping as you're part of a world that is hurting people in certain directions. I'm not judging the hurting. I'm just saying the hurting is going on. And you want to be attentive and awake and realize that at the end of the day, you are held accountable for your own decisions, not somebody else's. And so you want to be in your wisdom and you want to be in your intelligence, but you want to make sure that you are awake. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. And the medicine, the true medicine to wake up, is to know your blessings, to know every praise. I've never heard of birds that die from starving. You know why? Because they bless the fish they're going to have in the future, already knowing it's going to be there. They recognize their blessings. And that's what I was feeling called in this particular week, that I didn't want to tell you already what the news is telling you. I didn't want to tell you the 12 things that you need to do in order to stay healthy and to stay, within your bubble of your 6 feet in any direction that you're going. I wanted to tell you that you are too blessed to be stressed. I wanted to tell you that we need to get real here, okay? We need to get real. I mean, really? We're complaining that we have to go to the grocery store more than 2 times in a week, when there are many people in the world, they don't have a grocery store. They don't have a grocery store. So we need to be aware of what we call those first world country issues and problems and challenges, because we need to be aware of common sense. I mean, to me, we are being pushed back into common sense. You're not supposed to be on top of each other anyway when you're in public settings. If you don't feel well, you're not supposed to be coughing and hacking all over me and you. You're not supposed to be flying on an airplane, because we anticipate that you would use your God-given sense to make those decisions for yourself. But we need to realize, when we are talking about, I am too blessed to be stressed. Say that with me. I am too blessed to be stressed. The moment you start to count your blessings, I'm alive. I'm sober. 3 people called me last week and asked, how are you? Wow, my family, even my family likes me. I have gifts and talents. And oh my gosh. And so what if I couldn't get to that grocery store one day? We could all shed just a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? And I think we would be just fine. So we want to be aware as we're talking about how we have been inconvenienced, that we learn that we are being moved towards an emerging world that is from virus to victory, from victim to victorious, that you can see a great light that is emerging within people. And it's important not to get into your paralysis analysis, because you can, and especially if you are one of those people that have a lot of time on your hands and you've gone back to coloring books and crayons at this point. I personally haven't had that experience yet, but I understand from social media that some of you are entering into kind of a bored place. But so when you are, then your monkey mind starts working, and you get into analysis paralysis. You even start imagining that you've got symptoms. You start thinking about stuff, and you start analyzing. Well, wonder, did it get caused in Wuhan, or did it get caused over there, or was it on this cruise ship? Does it really matter? Is that really a way to spend our time when we think about that we are too blessed to be stressed? We may never know what causes this. What we know is the cause we need to have about it, so that we create this huge, tremendous effect about it. Are you with me? Does that flow with you? Am I speaking to you today? Does this resonate with you? Because it's important. It's important to share your blessings and to be immersed in them, because you can come on the other side of this and be healthier than you've ever been, be more centered than you've ever been, and thank God, more awake than you've ever been, and more self-centered about God, and as I like to say, more full of your Creator versus being full of yourself. We have been full of ourselves way too long, because the truth is we need each other to survive. That's just plain and simple. And when this time started going on, it reminded me of a time when I was in my late 30s, and I had joined a community as an associate minister. And no longer than I was there, the minister let me know that she didn't want to share ministry. She thought she did, but she didn't. So I was a practice run, you might say. And so for 4 or 5 years, I was on this journey of, we would call it the hero journey. Now, you would also call it the dark night of the soul. I would think I would get real close to something happening in my life. I would think another community was just getting ready to hire me in the 11th hour, and then they would change their mind. It was like one of the hardest, if not the hardest times I've ever lived through in my life, because I longed to serve. And I had had this calling since I was 5 years old, and nobody told me that it was sometimes hard. I thought it was me. Once I said, oh, I'm all in, it was just going to be easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Well, during that time, it wasn't. And I felt like I can't even hardly rub 2 rocks together and make something happen. You know what I mean? And I was an attraction magnet. I mean, I was born metaphysical. I mean, actually finding out how to take classes in metaphysics to teach me how to attract confused me because it was innate. Do you understand? I'm not being egotistical. I'm just simply saying it was the way my life had always been. It had been effortless, whether I was using it for good and for the betterment or using it with more wine than I could ever drink in my lifetime. You know, you can use the law for whatever reasons that you want to. But here I was in this dark night of the soul, and it was like nothing would come together. And I would almost get the job, I would almost get the church, and I even had friends say, you know, we love you, but if this is the way your God treats you, we're not sure that we're interested in that God. Wow, that was hard to hear. But you know, what happened is I gave up control. I stopped trying to be the minister that my teacher was. I stopped trying to do things like somebody else had told me to do. I was stripped away. Scripture calls it, you let go of that old nature, so that new nature within you will be born. And I started letting go of my attitude and my arrogance, because believe me, in my late 30s, I had a bit of it going on, and I started stepping more into that sacred humility. It was about becoming awake. It was about being on track with being the authentic me. And I believe that this is the opportunity that all of us have right here and right now, is to let go of that old nature so that new nature may be realized within each and every one of us. The power that that carries is absolutely incredible. I'll close with a story of a little girl. She's all dressed up. She's walking to Sunday school, and she realizes at the Bible class that she's running a little late. And she goes, oh, dear Lord, don't let me be late. Oh, dear Lord, please don't let me be late. Well, she hits the curb, and she falls right in a little puddle there, tears her dress. She gets up. She's picking it all up, pulling up her skirt there, and she goes, oh, dear Lord, please don't let me be late. Don't let me be late. I got to get there. But don't you push me, Lord, either. You know, we're having ourselves a push right now. Make it matter in your life. Be awake. Count your blessings. And all is well. Thank you for being with us on this Sunday morning. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Aren't you glad you tuned in this morning? Whew. As I loved when she started out with, walk, don't walk. Walk or don't walk. That's a choice you're going to make in life. Walk or don't walk. You're going to give or you're not going to give. And what a beautiful time for you to take the time to become active in this community. Maybe you're one of our locals. Take the time, if you're not here with us physically, to give online, because the campus still goes. Our ministry is still moving on. We're still touching people's lives outside these four walls. And if you're one of those people who watch us every Sunday, we're your family. Please take the time to give. And again, I say, pick up your phone and text to give at 727-800-3493. If you're not tech savvy, and we do not blame you for that. But if you're not tech savvy, you can also send your tithe, your love offering, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you prescribe to the same address that I gave you earlier. You are planting in good soil here at First Unity Spiritual Campus. Give or don't give. Walk or don't walk. If you'd like to give, you can give at 727-800-3493. If you needed to jot that down, I thought I'd repeat it again. And if you'll do us the honors to recite our abundance prayer. I dwell in the midst of infinite abundance. I celebrate in my giving and my receiving. I rejoice in the good that comes through all avenues. And I know God works in a myriad of ways to bless me. From this day forward, I open my heart to give freely and fearlessly to this ministry in our collective journey. I am indeed grateful and blessed, and so it is.
Today that things will get better. Listen. People come and people go. People go. Lately your life has been spinning out of control. You're confused. But don't worry your soul. It will get better. Oh yes it will. It's gonna get better. Yeah.
It is getting better. Getting better every day. Yes, it is. It is better. It is good. It is great. We are awesome. First Unity Spiritual Campus, what an amazing community we are. If you're joining us for the first time, we really do appreciate you, and we want you to go to firstunity.org/free gift to get a free gift from our community to you. Go to illy.org because some of you are closed up at home and you're starting to get bored and getting a little, you're needing to throw open the windows. Well, go to illy.org. That's ILLLI.org. It's 3 L's. And you'll see our wonderful instructors for illy.org. They're going to be right there on the screen for you. Take a look at those instructors because it is a fabulous cast and faculty. You will find it amazing. You'll find everything and anything you could want to learn right there on illy.org. Check out our Facebook page, firstunity.org. Check in, like us right here on Facebook. I know you're watching us right here, right now. Check in, like us, and share. Share the service, share the songs, share with all of your friends. Share our community with your community, and then our community will become your community. That's what we live for, and that's what we love. So come enjoy all of our live streams that we have going on right now, because as Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes said, our doors are closed and our hearts are wide open. So join our live streams, our classes, our prayer calls. They're right there on the screen for you. The line you can call, conference call on Tuesday night to speak with Reverend Dr. Temple Hayes. And then there's another phone number that's up there right now that you can call and speak to Reverend Ron and Reverend Maria Flournoy and our Science of Mind practitioners and experience affirmative prayer with them. So join us. And if you have a connection you need and you need a prayer request, send it to prayer@firstunity.org. And if you are closed into the house, finding yourself a little bored, and you would love to volunteer some time to help us with our database, email Lori@firstunity.org, because you can work from home. You can volunteer from home. So Lori@firstunity.org. Yes. Awesome. Yes.
All right. Well, what a blessed day. Go our 6 feet now. 6 feet.
About right.
Yeah, it's about right. All right. So here we go. Please join us with the feast song. Affirm together our unity prayer. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love. The power of God protects us. I am the power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. For God is amazing, and all the time. God bless you, everyone. See you next week.
All your problems, forget all your worries. It's a brand new day. Forget all your problems, forget all your worries. God will make a way. Forget all your
next week for this same time and same place. God loves you. Bye-bye.